Hi, it's the 10th of August. Today, Saturday morning. Julia has just gone off to Alton Farmers Market, which is about 15 miles north of here, taking a few apples. And I just want to tell you a little bit about Devonshire Quarrenden. This is one of the 2,000 apples which is in the English National Apple Collection. And I just want to say a very quick bit about the English National Apple Collection. This is hosted by the Royal Horticultural Society at Brogdale, and this book, it's a lovely book, it's called The English Apple, and it was produced by a painter by the name of Roseanne Sanders, and she has beautifully illustrated a great many of these books. I'll show you a bit more about this later maybe, but if you ever do see a copy of this wonderful book, which I'm sorry to say is out of print, then it certainly is worth obtaining one. Roseanne Saunders spent a year working with the Royal Horticultural Society and produced tasting notes and beautiful watercolour pictures, including this one of Devonshire Quarrenden. Now this is one of the apples that we planted a few of because our customers kept asking for it. Well, lots of our older customers say, "Have got any Devonshire Quarrenden?" Some people call it Quarantine, and it's said to be named after a French apple growing district called Quarrendens. Let me just read to you from the entry in the book here. It says, a season, late August to early September. All of our apples ripen about 2 weeks earlier than most of these books, just as if we were in Scotland they'd ripen a bit later, but we're a long way south and our soil is very light and it warms up early. The origin of this very old second early dessert apple is uncertain. According to Bunyard in a handbook of hardy fruits, it is mentioned by Warledge in his Vinetum Britannicum in 1678. Probably takes its name from Quarrendens, an apple district in France. Well, it's actually a village in Normandy, but never mind. It is also mentioned in the Complete Planter and Ciderist, which was published in 1690. So it's an old apple, at least 300 years, as has been known. Some say it's a native of Devon, where it was certainly a favourite and extensively cultivated. Well, it's not grown very widely anymore. It's now quite a rare apple, but people do remember it. Older people. It will tolerate rain and wind. The tree is upright to spreading, moderately vigorous and a spur bearer. It can be rather susceptible to scab, but we find it's average on that respect. Cropping is moderate to heavy. The attractive fruits, and you have to agree they are attractive, but I think most apples are really, have a lovely fruity flavour, sweet, juicy and crisp. Trees available from a few nurseries. So there you are, that's Devonshire Quarrenden. If you are planting an orchard of say 6 or more apples, then one of them will want to be an early apple. Devonshire Quarrenden is certainly one to consider. It's very richly flavoured, it's got a nice texture, and it'll stay ripe for maybe about 2 weeks in August. So certainly one to think about. But again, as I said, with early apples, and I'm working through our early apples, and I'll be posting some vids of the mid-season and the late keepers as they become ripe. But of the early apples, Devonshire Quarrenden certainly is a good one I'd recommend considering.